Okay, today is 8/21/2024. We are at the River of Rage. This is session, what, 6? I'll double check that before the end.
Roughly.
All right. Anybody want to do a brief recap for us?
Let's see. Should it be me since, well,
Go for it.
okay. Elaine breaks Mako's phone. She never hears the end of it. We finally go
Distracts.
down the long stairs to go see what's going on down here at the bottom of the map. The boys immediately go adventuring off into where these 3 tents are down below, and they meet these interesting characters and have a short conversation with them. Meanwhile, the girls were over at the shrine in the center of the map and spoke to the old shrine caretaker there. They were allowed inside. Spooky things started happening. And when they got to the top of the tower, the statue of Lugia started to glow mysteriously. Elaine touched it and had a vision. And the boys went to go check to see if there was any ghost Pokemon, and once they discovered there were no ghost Pokemon, they immediately left. Mako, on his way out, ran into a battery on the floor and picked it up, and they're currently exiting the shrine. It was a very short session for like an hour and a half. So not a whole lot was done, but I think there was some good quality story build up, some character role play happening. And we are on our way to meet some interesting characters down south.
Yeah, don't watch it if you want to see combat.
Okay.
Unless it's Elaine fighting her hands.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was fighting my hands.
Yeah, it's rough. It's a rough time.
I do have a question. Once we step outside of the shrine, is the shrine maiden still sitting there?
Yeah,
The old
she's
lady?
still there.
Would she react to the girls stepping out of the shrine? This music is very distracting. I gotta turn that down. It's so happy. Yeah, would she react to Elaine's presence stepping outside? The reason why I'm asking is that because Elaine had a spiritual encounter inside of the shrine, and I'm thinking maybe since this lady has been here for a very long time, taking care of the shrine for a long time, maybe she would have some insight on what happened. And if she's reacting to Elaine, I was thinking that Elaine.
She's blind. She's reacting to everybody going by her to a degree, but she also has sort of this nonchalance, uncaring attitude. So, you know.
Okay. Well, Elaine isn't one to be. She's not the kind of girl to sort of be set back by cranky old people attitude. So I guess you could say that this has sort of been like an oddly humbling experience for her. And so she'll meekly go up to the Shrine Maiden and did she ever introduce herself last session? I can't remember if she did.
Nope, you don't know who she is.
Gotcha. Okay. So, yeah, Elaine will go up to her and be like, "Ma'am, is it normal for the Lugia statue to glow?"
She deadpan looks over. I wouldn't know. Takes a smoke from her pipe.
Oh.
Yeah. Elaine just sort of maintains her thinking face and says, "Okay, thank you."
Anytime. Kind of waves you away.
Yeah. I'm assuming that social encounter is going to go nowhere, so I'm just going to move on. would everybody else like to go back down to where the campsite is, or do we want to explore this map a little later? There's like this building over here to the left, over here.
Me and Vigo, our prime objective was to observe the water, I believe.
I think so. There was also just curiosity as to what was down here. I think I've given up on fossils at this point. However,
As a character
If
or
the-
as a player?
no, the character.
Oh,
As a player,
Nice.
I'm still looking. I'm giving up on fossils here, not in general.
got it, got it.
Now this experience has just totally
Yeah,
destroyed any
I-
chance of your character looking for fossils.
Failed
in the
to
future.
find fossils one time. I'm done with it.
That's right. right.
That's how the Vigo mind works.
Yeah. And now, that being said, if this water is significantly closer than the other water up at the top,
Oh dear.
I
Please
don't know
don't
if
die.
it is. So. I won't guarantee anything.
It's just so insane.
I guess if we're heading towards the water, Mako will turn to Vigo and say, "Do you think it would be mean if I put Psyduck away? I don't want him to jump in the water and die."
I don't know.
He really wants to
Psyduck.
try it. Alright, I'm gonna leave him out for now. And Tynamo will be kind of like wrapped around my shoulders, probably. But I'm gonna hold Psyduck in front of me. kinda
Vigo
like
and
a teddy bear.
Vigo and Maka can kind of see Tristan like leaning back on his hands to try and get a look at what's going on over there. Yeah, last you left off, you guys heard screaming from the temple. He was like a little bit concerned. Yeah, sees everybody. All right. Wherefore art thou departing, friends?
I suppose to the water.
Building.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a building over there.
Eventually, I would notice the building.
Okay. Yeah.
Look at it. See what is this?
With Elaine walking behind her her group, would she also notice Tristan leaning backwards? She doesn't know his name. I'm just saying for the sake of
Yeah, and you see the tents and the campfire down there.
Yeah, Elaine just sort of gives like this meek wave. She's like,
Yeah.
she figures that they're probably looking because of the screaming that was happening. She's just like a little embarrassed by that.
Yeah, Tristan waves a little bit as well, like a little again, kind of slightly bemused expression. Then leans back forward out of you.
Yeah, she just sort of like readjusts her hair, her jacket, like just trying to recompose herself, not be embarrassed by that whole ordeal.
Mm-hmm.
And then just follows the boys around, like, what in the world are we doing? We're not stealing from this house, are we?
Yeah. Well, the human parasite glued to your side definitely wants you to. I'll move you, Amber. I'll move you.
Oh, sorry. I was.
There we go.
I was looking at move stuff. My bad.
You're good. So, yeah, you approach this structure. Looks a lot like the sprite does. It's this wooden structure. Has this pretty little blue awning out front, kind of keep the rain off you if you're sitting up. Some oars. This appears to be like some kind of boating cottage. Door's wide open. There's some signage out front.
What's the sign say?
Yeah, it informs you.
Just
This
something
is
I never check in Pokemon.
Yeah, this is Rage Rapids boating. It gives
that
you
sounds fun.
a listing of times and boating seasons. It seems like this isn't boating season.
Oh,
Apparently the river is just a little bit too violent this time of year.
best time to catch Gyarados.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
What?
If
I
we
mean-
can vote,
Yeah. So there's sort of there's a diurnal, like yearly schedule to this. There appears to be currently, it's like midsummer right now, and then about midwinter is when it gets this bad again. Midwinter is actually when the River of Rage festival takes place. That's when the Gyarados make the big climb, or the Magikarp make the climb up the waterfalls and evolve into Gyarados. Other
I'll
months,
peek my head inside.
there
sorry.
is it lists prices at 300 Poké dollars a person for boating. And there's additional costs for like chaperones and river tours and that kind of thing. Yeah, you pop your head inside. It appears to be a currently unmanned shop. It's essentially this big old one-room bungalow, and you can actually see behind the counter, actually this very rustic-looking sort of like log that is used to deposit your money and kind of do business on the counter. You actually see a bed and some other like amenities like a coffee maker and that kind of thing. It seems like somebody lives here. Maybe that ranger you guys see kind of looking out across the river to your south.
Is he just sort of looking into the distance, like has that 1,000-yard stare, or is he like?
His back's turned to you. You can't really tell, but he seems to be kind of he's gripping the wooden railing and glancing over the corner down there. Aside from that, in there you see some bait. You see some fishing rods. You don't know if they sell them here, but they look like just a little bit dusty. Like this shop isn't really being maintained this time of year. Nets, that kind of thing.
Now's our chance, party. Do we want to become thieves?
No.
no.
Finna go lawful evil?
Lawful evil.
No.
All right, go. Good team.
Definitely not. It's chaotic evil or nothing.
What is the law? Like, as long as I'm a Pokemon trainer, I can steal.
Yeah,
as long as
I'll
I
take
want
it.
it, it's
I
okay
can
to
do
steal.
whatever I want.
Yeah.
That's-
That's right.
Isn't that just chaotic evil? Like,
Yes.
No, the law is that you can never do something you don't want to do. If you
There we go.
if you do something you don't want to do, then you're no longer lawful evil. You're chaotic evil.
The law is because I'm a Pokemon trainer. I deserve this.
That's right.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
I'm stronger. I am better.
But yeah, you guys walk up to the fence here. This is a much more reasonable descent. It's probably just a good 6 or 7 foot drop to the water below.
goodbye, Psyduck.
It appears to be relatively calmer. It's still like it's blasting past you. But you think the lack of rocky shoals, like condensing and pressurizing the water in certain places and making rapids, is making this a little bit more a reasonable place to check out.
I'm assuming I more or less just see water.
You can roll me a perception check. Also,
Okay.
pretty close to where you guys are, actually just a little bit north of you, right here, is a little gate that appears to be padlocked right now, with some signage on it, kind of confirming it to be associated with this boating company over here, as well as informing you that, rapids are dangerous. Keep a friend with you at all times.
Can I check to see if this would make a good fishing spot? Like how strong are the currents? Can I see the bottom?
Sure.
I don't
Are
want to
you?
just say I want to roll perception as well. but,
Yeah. Are you? You're looking to fish for Pokemon? I would assume.
Correct.
So I'll let you roll. Let me check skills. I always forget all the skills. Let's roll Pokemon Education or Survival. Your choice.
Pokemon education is much better.
Very nice. 19. Yeah, totally, dude.
That is really good.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you, what rod do you have?
I have the old rod and a lure.
Okay, I'm going to get you a list of things you can catch here.
By the way,
Um,
Mako,
and it's basically just the catch list for this area.
Isaac,
Okay. Yes.
I just want to let you know, I can eventually make bait with
Ooh,
with using honey.
nice.
So there's a lot of paths that you're going down where Elaine's going to be like incredibly supportive of
Yeah.
whatever hobbies or careers this guy decides to take.
Oh, I'm looking forward to, like, whatever niche you don't have, I will probably be covering with, like, the Pokeball crafting and technology education. We're going to have the market corners. This is going to be great.
Yeah, like with you crafting Pokeballs, I can actually grow the apricorns with my green thumb.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. We're going to cover each other so well.
That's right.
Yes. Where should I expect the catch list?
I'm compiling that for you right now. And I'll put it in Discord, and I'll put it wherever else you would like it.
Good luck, Chief. Don't
I've
kill
already-
us.
Jeremiah, when you typed backpacker, all I could think was caddy.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, you carry stuff.
Man, I would love to play Jack again. It's been so long.
Yeah,
Right?
we're gonna get
when I'd have time.
we're gonna
but
get back to
Jack would just. Oh my goodness, I love that class. That's probably the most fun I've ever been playing a class.
It's the closest I come to playing Cyberpunk since I don't like Cyberpunk.
I mean, valid, I guess. I never played a Netrunner to know how they compare. Because my party was like, dude, you're going to make the combat take 5 times as long. And I was like, my bad, I won't do that.
It's basically just
So,
a
I
wizard.
played a solo.
I want to try Netrunner. I just don't like the feel of how Cyberpunk plays.
Are you talking about the tabletop, Isaac, or the?
No, the video game.
Okay, yeah,
Oh, see,
Ca-
I was
Ca-
talking about Cyberpunk
yeah.
Red.
yeah. Caleb's talking about the tabletop.
Yeah, I still have hopes for that one. I really want to try it. Since
It was
it's the
fun, I
original
enjoyed it.
thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty chill. I think red is a little bit. It's kind of like the D&D 5e of Cyberpunk. It's like
Oh.
it's very good. It's just a little simplified. Okay. Yeah. What is going to happen is normally I would roll a d6 and not tell you what I rolled until you catch the thing. But in this case, you know the roll table and you know what you can catch here. So I'll go and put this in handouts. Actually,
I'm so curious.
this is going to. Okay, and then there we go. So you catch Poliwag, Krabby, Goldeen, Wooper, Remoraid, or a Shelter.
Okay.
Shelter's really nice.
Yeah, Shelter would be sick. So would Poliwag.
Mhm.
Doesn't Wooper evolve into
Quagsire.
Quagsire?
It does. Yeah.
Ooh, that's one of my favorite Pokemon.
Yep. So that's why you saw the Wooper earlier, and you also got a lot of Politoed. You remember the night Politoads kept you guys all up at night. All right. Yeah. So if you choose to try to catch something, you'll be rolling on the d6 table. Generally, I'll say that you will be able to roll a couple of times until the Pokemon in the area get wise to you.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to try and catch a Wooper.
Oopler.
Okay. So we need to look up rods and how they work, because I haven't messed with this yet. Do you have those rules on hand, perhaps?
I will Control F and see. So page 217 is fishing. To fish, you must attach bait or a fishing lure, which I have, to the end of your rope. Cast the line. Roll a d20 every 5 minutes. If you roll a 15 or over while Pokemon is on the line. If you roll 3 times without success, the bait is used up. Lures may continue to be used. Oh, okay. That's why I bought it. I forgot. Then make an athletics check with DC of 8. If you succeed, you manage to reel the Pokemon in. From there, you may try and catch the Pokemon in a hand net or a Pokeball. Attempt to attack you or your allies. If you fail athletics, roll a d20. On a result of 10 or lower, Pokemon got away. Bait is always lost upon failed athletics. Okay. Oh, and athletics is pretty good for me. Alright, so for the first 5 minutes, there is a d20. 3, 15 or over is the goal. Okay. So nothing for the first 5 minutes, I guess. I'm just going to be committing to this until I feel that the Pokemon have gotten wise to my actions.
Okay, what bait are you still using?
Fishing lure.
You have a lure. Okay, sure. Yeah, sure. I will. I'll say that
Actually, I need to.
you can roll 2 sets. So
Oh, okay.
so you can essentially be out here for 30 minutes. If you don't catch anything, then nothing here is going to bite.
Okay, well,
You rolled
second one is
16.
a 16. Or are you saying each 5 minutes is 2d20?
No, I'm saying you can. It's 15 minutes per fishing session is the way the book has phrased it. And that's normally when your bait would be used up. So I'm saying you can do that twice.
Okay. I'm seeing 5 minutes, but anyways.
You roll 5 minutes up to max of 15 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can roll up to 3 d20s per fishing session before your bait would be used up. Right? Okay, cool. 16. I want you to roll me a d6.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's Poliwag.
Whoa!
Hey, that's pretty cool too.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, sure enough.
I go fetch you a Poliwag.
Honestly, that's I think
Encounter
probably
music.
one of the best ones.
Focus on us.
Oh, fight the creature.
Yes, I will send Tynamo to attack it.
Okay, 1 second. Get you a little token here.
Is this a new scene? Would my Thunder Wave have recharged?
Yeah, this is
I
a
can
new
do
scene.
it twice a scene. Okay, cool.
Totally a new scene.
We have slept a lot since the last time we had an encounter.
Right. Well, I mean, per scene is if you have a fight and then you have even a small break and then have another fight, that next fight is a new scene. Because I believe there are daily abilities as well, and those would refresh on rest. Okay. So let me get you this. Actually, I need to generate a Poliwag real quick. I have this useful thing that can generate Pokemon for me.
Yo. Epic.
It is. It's very cool. Cool. Okay, got this. And then I need to copy to JSON. JSON. JSON.
Were you saying the name Jason?
Well, I was saying JSON, like the file type, and then I was
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
And then I was-
But I was like, surely I was. For some reason, I really thought that was just my like computer scientist brain rot.
Yeah.
That like you were
Yeah.
actually just saying someone's name, and I was
Yeah.
interpreting as the file
Oh,
type.
that-
So I'm glad
yeah,
that it was actually the file
yeah.
type.
Well, then I was thinking of that Risk of Rain scene at the beginning of the game where he's just screaming Jason repeatedly, like press X to Jason, just spamming it. There we go. Got a sheet now. This is going to get so much more efficient the more I do this. Cool. Now I can deploy the polywag. Deploy. There we go.
There he is.
Alright, polywags. Right there.
Don't kill this one.
No promises.
Aye.
Cool. You got yourself a polywag on the line. It burbles softly as you pull it out of the water. Its little tadpole fin wiggling, stirring up a lot of water as you yank it out. To make this an actually like feasible encounter, you yank it kind of off to your right and throw it up onto land. There you go.
I love throwing up Pokemon.
That's right. Okay, we'll get a little encounter going here, as this polywag's not happy at being hooked, and as Pokemon are pretty intelligent, it manages to unhook itself after it's on land. So you have a few moments here to try and take it out, capture it before it goes back. So speed. I'll maybe trash some things on the list here. But your speed should be the same unless you have updated it in some way. All right, you're still 11.
12. No, it's 12.
It's 12. Yep, great, nice. And your Dynamo is still a 9. Or is that after speed
Yes.
training? 9. Okay, cool. Cool. Well, there you are. You're moving first. I'm pretty sure. Let me actually check the polywag. Speed. Speed. Yes. The polywag is faster than your Dynamo.
Wow.
Whoa, wait. That's actually incredibly fast. Hold on a sec.
Yeah, why is he so fast?
Your speed stat is your initiative, right? I have that right?
Yeah, speed should be initiative.
Speed is
Wait,
initiative.
just how fast is said time? Let me pull this up.
Polywag goes first. That's very impressive. Okay.
How fast is this Poliwag? 16?
That's a stinking fast polywag, dude.
Gnarly, dog. Hold the phone.
All right. So polywag's gonna go first. He has some moves here. I'm pretty sure. Check
That
those.
Poliwag is straight up faster than me.
I'm not seeing anyone else on the turn order.
And I'm
to be honest.
straight up a juggler.
Yeah, same.
That's crazy.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
because it's saving you from an old screen. I'll change that.
And just for the record, I would have put Psyduck away while I was fishing, so I didn't have to worry about him.
Monitor his suicidal tendencies. So you're 12, and then your Dynamo's 9. Right. If anybody else is going, let me know. Anybody else contributing to this encounter, or are we letting Mako do his thing?
No, let him cook.
Let him cook. All right,
Let
Mako.
'em cook.
All right, this Poliwag is gonna come in. It starts frothing at the mouth.
Oh my word.
Yeah, it has rabies.
That's crazy.
Nah.
You don't want to catch this thing, Isaac. Toss it back in.
So it's gonna use this cool ability called Bubble.
Oh, okay.
Bubble is going to go ahead and roll. It's a burst one, so it's actually gonna be hitting. What is a burst in this game? Pretty sure burst is like an AOE around you. Could be wrong. Let's see. Let us see. Okay, cone line burst. Yeah. Oh, burst. Yes, please just. When I find the attack template thing, I'll post that to Easy Rules, so I don't have to Control F every single instance of burst in the book. Okay, here we are. Range keywords. Can I zoom out a little? There we go. It is an AoE around you. Got it. So let me put this in Easy Rules. Somebody's clipping their nail in beat to the music.
That's me. I didn't realize that would come through on the mic.
Wait, could y'all hear it earlier when I was clipping mine?
No.
Oh, thank goodness.
When you said there'd be clipping, I didn't know you meant it literally.
That was good. That was well played.
Okay, so the midget is going to be moving. The Poliwag kind of hops everywhere. And it's gonna hop right over here. And it is going to toss out a bubble. And the way that this is like an AoE, I'm imagining like a big old bubble forms outside of the Poliwag's mouth, and like it's like the size of the Poliwag, and then it bursts. So that's going to be a d20. Misses on 2s. Okay, that's fine. 14 hits both of you, I'm pretty sure. And that is going to be 2d6 plus 8. This is water typing, obviously. That is 13 damage.
Uh, 13 damage?
Yeah.
Yep.
I have
Minus
12.
defense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, your defense is a thing.
I was really worried there for a second.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Gonna get one shot.
The Poliwag murders you. And then
Cold blood.
and then it waddles
That's
away.
12 HP?
Wait, no. I
Oh.
think you were looking at like your HP stat, not your actual max hit points and stuff. 'Cause
Yeah.
I have like
okay.
55,
Yeah,
like max.
I've got 69.
I'm at 50
Or
out of
I think 53.
54. That was weird.
You probably just didn't update it.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Since it last increase.
So after you've calculated that,
Child, I need you to move away from my keyboard.
Hi, Loki.
child.
He's looking around like he heard you.
I still love you even though I never see you.
Yes, your uncle says hi.
I'm going back home this weekend so I can meet
Ooh.
the kitten, Isaac, the one that my parents have gotten attached to.
If you swing by my, are you going to be here Sunday?
I will, yeah. I don't
Ooh.
know. I didn't know what your work schedule was, so I plan to
Yeah.
meet with Will at some point. But that's like the only thing I have on my
Travis
bucket list.
Witherington is actually hosting a get together for the Lost River young professionals that you'd be welcome at.
Oh, sick! When is
But one
that?
way or the other, I'll try and get you your present.
Stop talking. I appreciate it.
It's small, but there's a game store like practically right next door to my Walmart that was going out of business, so I went in one last time to pay my respects and see if I could get anything, and I saw something that made me think of you.
Oh, cool. I appreciate it, man. I'm not gonna lie. I have not bought anything, so
Oh, I didn't
you will
expect
only
you
get
to.
my love and affection.
That's all that I need.
Okay, so Poliwag, after using Bubble, you've calculated the damage on that, I assume.
Yes.
Okay, good. It is slipping out through one of the holes in like the wooden fence here. And because it's doing that, I just posted the rules for the attack of opportunity maneuver. Everybody can use all maneuvers unless otherwise specified. So if you want to perform a struggle attack, either you or your Dynamo or both, feel free.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah, punch that fish.
I'll punch that fish.
Gonna punch it. Do you
Actually.
you punt it as it leaves your...
Oh yeah. It would just be a struggle, I suppose, right?
Yep, struggle specifically.
Is that what I needed?
The -3, huh?
Let's
I'm
go.
pretty sure that misses.
Feels
Okay.
bad, man.
Yeah.
I still don't really understand how that works, but
So AC
trust
is
that it
subtracted
does.
from the D20 roll, and then that total is compared to the evasion of
Yeah.
whatever you're trying to hit.
A lot of evasions are...
AC is on.
Yeah, a lot of
It's on
evasions...
the move itself.
Yeah, a lot of evasions are...
Oh.
That's accuracy, yeah.
Mhm.
So the accuracy of struggle is -4, which is very poor accuracy move.
Okay.
So, and then the evasion is normally like very low number, like 1 or 2. Oftentimes it's just 0. So you actually need like a big negative modifier to have a chance of missing in Pokemon. All right, so, yeah, you you attempt to kick the Poliwag, and it just slips away. Your foot meets air as the slippery little frog creature is just moving over on its belly, just worming its way through the fence. As your Tynamo can also perform a struggle if you want to. That hits. So damage of 15.
Now, struggle is not a known move. Does that matter? I assume struggle is
Everything can struggle.
Anything can struggle, yep.
All right, cool.
Yep. So I need to calculate damage. Damage is 15. Submit. Struggle is a physical type move. Effectiveness. Normal.
So it does. I think Dynamo actually has something that lets it struggle as an electric type move. Let me check that.
Yes, this would be the time.
Yep. So it has
Wow.
the capability Zapper,
Cool.
which users struggle attacks may be electric type if they wish. They may also add their special attack instead of their attack if the I don't even know what that means. But yeah, you can you can use your special attack and it can be electric type when you struggle.
Yeah.
Now is there
We're-
type advantage in this system?
Yeah.
Of
Uh,
course.
It's
Okay,
Pokemon.
good.
Damage category. So you're saying the damage category can be special instead of physical?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I'm assuming Tynemo's special will be way better. So, Isaac, feel free to rework that for Tynamo in the future if you want. So I would imagine
I'd
it
be
would.
hesitant to do it this time because Old Rod can only catch up to level 10, so I don't want to kill this thing for once.
Actually, Titan's physical attack is higher.
Oh,
Weirdly enough.
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I know.
I feel like early on.
I know it's balanced
like,
later.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you want to make it electric? It's optional.
No.
You don't want to make it electric. Okay. So just normal struggle.
Well, we did balance the super effectiveness, right? So it's only doing like 1.5 times.
Yeah. It's
Or
not,
was
it's
that
not,
just a hypothetical?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
well-
1.5, not double.
If that's the case, I will make it electric then.
Too late now.
Yeah, fair enough.
The damage has already been rolled.
D20?
D20. Yeah. Feel free.
Oh, sure.
No. Yeah, Tynamo smashes it into this thing. You can see it's kind of like that yellow line kind of running along its length, like starts to glow a little bit, and then Mako says, "Tynamo, no, don't kill it!" and Tynamo kind of lays off a little bit and just smashes this thing with its kind of whip-like eel body. Yeah, Poliwhirl's not doing great. He's not he didn't take an injury from that, but he's not having a great time. I'll get you a health bar, actually. Okay. And we have a runner. Poliwag smashes into the water surface.
And
Throw a Pokeball.
yeah. Like, do I get a turn or should I try and interrupt?
You spent your interrupt.
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
you performed an opportunity attack to try and weaken
That
this
is
thing.
true.
That
that a
is
free action?
tragic.
Okay.
Oh, isn't it? Never mind. Yeah.
What is priority?
Uh,
Oh.
And then it gets to move one time. So priority is very cool. So priority is a thing you can do anytime, like before the turn has begun. So like if I say I'm about to take Poliwag's turn, you can be like priority move, and you can be like
Oh.
you could do like I perform a quick attack or extreme speed, or I have like a special maneuver, or like as a capture specialist, you might have a priority Pokeball throw or something like that.
This thing's gonna take his turn. No, fake out.
That was it for Poliwag. So back up to Mako. What do mock you?
Trying to find it.
And what is it?
The Bongwater himself prepares to make his move.
Trying to find the thing that lets me deal damage with my Pokeball throw. Ah, curveball.
Don't kill it. Don't kill it.
You can kill it a little bit. No one will judge you.
Yeah.
I mean, I might judge you a little bit if you kill it.
Yeah, that's fair. So my struggle is, I guess, a D8 plus 6. Okay. I am going to throw. Let me make sure that I have. Oh, I only have one Pokeball. Oh dear. Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Sure. Yeah, it will. I will attempt to catch it with a Pokeball using Curveball to hit it with a struggle first. I have forgotten how to throw Pokeballs, though.
First off, you need to see if you hit it with the
that's-
Pokeball, which I believe is just a D20. It's the same thing as like a normal attack.
Wait,
Okay.
doesn't the Pokeball typically drop onto the ground after it catches the thing?
That's actually what I was just looking up, Caleb. I was curious about that.
You're gonna have to fish your Pokeball out of the water afterwards.
Yeah,
Gotta-
I don't wanna. I
You
don't
got-
wanna try that.
You gotta send in the Psyduck.
You need to throw
you're
the
not wrong.
Pokeball with the fishing line attached.
If that is the case, then I will not throw the ball, given the
Yeah,
choice.
yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
You need a boomerang ball, Isaac.
I really do, yeah.
It just comes back even if you accidentally kill the thing.
So I'm just gonna.
Is that an actual thing?
Oh, I have no idea. I was just kidding. But I think it would be funny if it just like you just hit it and it rebounded off the Pokemon and came back to you.
Okay.
I haven't found anything about it so far.
Looking at Pokeballs right
I'll
now.
be right back.
So before we start looking at like capture mechanics, do we want to use the updated capture mechanics or the old capture mechanics? Because we've kind of been loosely going off the old ones.
Yeah, I've been using the old one. We'll use that for now, and I'll check out the
Okay.
new ones later.
It's way simpler. It's basically the main difference.
The old one is.
No, the new one.
New one is. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, give me the new one formula, and we'll just see.
So there you get a bonus. So first off, you want a high number rather than a low number.
Okay.
Let's see. So you gain a bonus based on level, but we're not level 5 yet, so we don't need to worry about that.
Okay.
It depends on its level, hit point status, affliction, evolution. I think this is posted in easy rules, actually. Let me see.
Yeah. Let me know. Right now, I'm just checking the flavor to
yes, it
see
is.
what happens when you capture something.
Pokemon's base capture rate is 10. For each 10 levels it has, add 1 to the capture rate. That's... If you want, let's go down the following checklist. For each condition that applies, check every checkbox next to the condition, and each one of those subtracts 2 from the Pokemon's capture rate. So there's basically conditions you can fill to lower the number you need to beat.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have you reiterate that in a minute when Isaac is here.
I'm here.
Oh, he's here. Great. So I'm not saying anything about this. So I'm going to say that normally Pokeballs will fall on the ground, or like wherever it is they've been captured. If it's like a special ball, like a lure ball in this case, or like a net ball or something like that. Like I feel like that's designed for this sort of situation. So maybe it has some sort of return to sender mechanic. But this is not specified anywhere.
Okay.
Which I feel like is something that should be specified. So
In that case, I will.
I believe you do have a net ball or something to that effect, or maybe that was Amber.
I do not actually.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I think it's. So I will forego catching and let the Poliwag escape.
Oh, you already threw the ball.
You did. Alas.
Can I roll to see if
I think you did.
on
You
a 5 or below?
I believe that D20 I asked you to roll, the 8 is
I just want to throw this out here. My internet browser's AI believes that when a Pokeball is thrown and successfully captures Pokemon, it is implied to return to the Traverse Sand. For what it's worth.
I've seen.
It's primarily based. The answer is primarily based on anime and manga scenes. The Pokemon Go gameplay. And
I've seen both. I've seen both interpretations. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Well, like I feel like the most I've seen is like it chills out on the ground because you have like that iconic like, oh, the Pokemon is in the ball and it's wiggling around on the ground
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's also
Uh,
what I was thinking.
where the Pokemon was caught.
I would assume that insinuates that it's capable of both, maybe? I don't know.
I think I'm gonna go with my first statement that specialist balls can do that kind of thing. If they're
Yeah,
if
that's
they're
fair.
if they're catching the Pokemon that they're intended to catch.
Yeah,
And
that
I-
seems like the kind of thing where if it's expected to be used in a situation where you would not be able to easily retrieve the ball, it would likely have a function to return to you. But otherwise, that's
Yeah.
unnecessary and would probably not be included to keep the
Yeah,
cost down.
yeah, exactly. To keep the cost down. Pokeballs are cheap for a reason. Okay.
Fair enough.
Uh,
Can I attempt to like use my old rod to retrieve the ball if I catch the thing?
yeah, totally. If you catch it, there'll be opportunities to try and grab it. It'll be it'll be hectic because it'll be flowing downriver.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I believe the 12. I thought the 12 was to roll for accuracy, but I guess not.
The 12 is for
So-
accuracy. The 8 was to retcon and it failed. 11 and up is for retconning.
Oh.
12 is for
Okay, I thought
accuracy.
that was-
12 is for accuracy. And that definitely hits. So now you're gonna be rolling on the capture thing. Now Jeremiah, I want you to slowly walk us through the new capture method, and we're gonna try our best here.
Okay, so capture rolls use a d20.
Okay.
You want to exceed a number that's determined by certain conditions on the Pokemon you're trying to catch.
I believe in this case it would just be 10.
I
10 is the normal DC.
think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Unless it's
10 is
level
normal
10.
for exactly.
Okay.
So,
Higher level,
you,
and does
at,
the
at certain levels you get a bonus, but we're not to that point
okay.
yet.
Does the health of the Pokemon calculate into it?
Yes, it does. If it's below 50% or 25%.
Okay. It is neither of those things. It's very close to 50%, but it's not quite there.
It is not suffering from any injuries.
No.
It's not suffering from a status.
No.
It has exactly 2 evolution stages remaining, which is actually a -4 to its.
Nice. It is a baby Pokemon, so that is a -4 to the DC. So you need to beat a 6, Mako. So go and roll that D20.
Yep. And you should have no modifiers to this unless something is giving you a bonus.
Totally, you catch the Poliwag. The Pokeball collides with the Poliwag on its back as it's desperately smashing its tail into the water, trying to get away from you as quickly as possible. It coils up into a red piece of energy, and the ball hits the water and then begins to roll down the river. Congratulations, you caught a Poliwag. Now catch the Poliwag. So how's this gonna go?
Jump in.
Jump in. That's a great idea.
Oh, go get it.
The water looks too rough for that, right?
The water's rough. It's not suicidally rough, but you would be able to swim out, but it would be tough. If you were very athletic and a good swimmer, you could do it.
Can I let my Pidgey out just in preparation?
Dude, totally. Let your Pidgey out.
Yeah, get Pudge out here.
Yeah, deploy the Pidgey. This would be potentially a very good opportunity for the Pidgey.
I'm gonna deploy Psyduck.
Okay. What I'm gonna say is you guys slowing down the river pretty quick. I'm gonna say you guys have 3 attempts to do something here.
I'm going to yell to Psyduck, Psyduck, grab that Pokeball, and then grab my fishing line. And I'm going to cast the fishing line.
Yeah.
Can Psyduck get over the fence, or will I have to yeet him?
Yeah, Psyduck's a little bit too fat, I think.
Okay,
I can throw
I
him.
will.
Vigo
I'll
throws the
turn to
Psyduck.
Vigo. I'll be like, Vigo, can you throw Psyduck?
Yeah, totally.
He's already picking up the side.
Psyduck! Yeah,
Psyduck, you'll be fine. Just grab my fishing line once you've got the ball.
yeah, you pick up.
But don't kill yourself. Come
Yeah,
back to me. Don't
sudden-
sacrifice yourself.
Suddenly understanding this is the duty to which Psyduck has been chosen. Psyduck gives you a little salute as Vigo launches
will
him into
return
the
it.
water. How far can you throw, Psyduck? Pretty far,
I
right?
think 7. Let me check.
Yeah, it's
8.
8. Wow, nice. Yeah, totally. You chuck the
Just for,
Psyduck out in front of the ball.
just for the science of it, I would have hit it with a curveball. So technically, Poliwag would have been at lower health if that matters for future encounters.
Oh, it probably does. Yeah, we need to remember to roll that damage next time. Actually roll the damage now because that will affect its
Yep.
HP when it's
13.
13.
Wouldn't have affected capture since I already captured it, but
Yeah,
now it's just
exactly.
down to 5.
Yeah, it's lower health. Okay, so
that
13.
actually would have subtracted, I think.
4.
I think it would have brought its capture rate to 0.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right.
Okay, so
That
10.
is why I took curveball.
Nice. Okay. This is so useful. I like that it has a. If you get all the stats in there, it calculates it all for you. It's delightful. Okay.
I'm debating this. I was debating as to whether I should say anything, but I think maybe I should. Have we officially decided the Psyduck has been yeeted?
Oh yeah, the Psyduck's out there.
Psyduck has been yoked.
You know what's so funny about Psyduck, guys?
Doesn't have a swim speed.
Oh, no.
Can't swim.
Yeah.
It's a duck. How am I supposed to know that it can't swim?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a water type Pokemon. So
And he can swim.
I love it, man. It's great.
I could
Beautiful.
roll Pokemon education.
But no, it does. It can swim. It has swim 4.
Well, a lot of sources say that they can't swim, and then in the anime,
The sources from a Pokedex, though. We have to
Yeah.
consider
Does
this.
the book Pokedex say it has a swim speed?
I don't know about the book. Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah.
So the in-game Pokedex, in-game as in like the book, says that it has a swim speed of 4.
Okay, cool. So it has a swim
Okay,
speed. It's a
okay.
water type Pokemon. Thank goodness. It has web feet. It should be able to swim. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have the Psyduck make a little check here. And you'll be rolling for the Psyduck, Mako. Let me check skills real quick. The Psyduck.
Oh yes, it does have swim 4 in the Pokedex.
The Psyduck is gonna go ahead and make me your choice of acrobatics or athletics. Its athletics is slightly better. It's 2d6 instead of 1. I love it. Its stats are such trash on everything but focus. It's great.
It's really good at focusing, which is a
Oh,
little
yeah.
weird, honestly. Wait, high ability migraine? What?
What?
Yeah, it's a new ability for Psyduck. Very cool. And I don't think Golduck gets it, which is really sick. So if you keep it as a Psyduck, it has a neat ability.
Is the telekinetic capability and may add stab to psychic type moves. That's fun. Yeah, it doesn't have that.
Oh, that's right, because Golduck is just a water type.
You rolled a 10. That's so good, actually. That was the DC.
Good.
Totally. The Psyduck, you see it doing like a freestyle, just in fast motion, just struggle against the current to try and grab this Pokeball. Grabs it, kind of cradles it in its arms. Kind of relief as it slowly floats down the river. As you're just screaming at Psyduck to grab the fishing line, you idiot. As the Psyduck remembers what's going on and lurches out and grabs onto the line. Go ahead and I want you guys to make me this will be Mako to pull the Psyduck back out as well as the Pokeball. Nice. That's significantly better athletics than your Psyduck. How you crit it. 3 6s. Very nice.
Ooh.
Totally. Yeah, you get the Psyduck out with the Poliwag in tow. Congratulations, you got a Poliwag.
Hooray! I will grab Psyduck and just hug him and praise him and pet him.
Yeah. he does another salute. He's performed
I will
his
salute back.
his honorable duty.
We all have a little salute towards Psyduck's honorable service, including Frigibax, of course, from the backpack.
Free.
And this is probably why Mako has like an almost plastic jacket. It's just because he is always planning to be just grabbing stuff out of the water and hugging it.
This hydrophobic laminate jacket. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. All right. Yeah. Totally. You caught the Poliwag. I'll go and inform you if you're planning to get back in the water to fish some more. The signs of struggle and the loud noises of Pokemon moves have driven away the competition. So no more Pokemon in this area for a while.
Okay.
But hey, you caught a Poliwag. Well done.
Yay! Froggish little thing. Ugh.
So let me. I already have the sheet and everything. Let me just give you the creds on that, and then you can have it to hold forever. So it's a level 5 Poliwag. It's pretty good.
Do you, Isaac Wright, take this Poliwag to be your lawfully wedded Pokemon?
That's right. So Mako up to 3 Pokemon now.
I don't think it's human-like enough for that.
Yeah, Mako will plead the fifth on that, Caleb.
Okay, so there we go. I've disapparated the Poliwag. You can bring it back out later if you want. Pokemon marriage is a thing, not in this culture, but in Sinnoh it's very common. So keep that in mind as you make these jests. People may misunderstand you.
My bad.
Sinnoh is basically Pokemon Alabama.
What do you mean Florida?
Yeah, Florida has it way worse. It's true.
Oh man.
Okay, what's it gonna be next, guys? You got a sweet Pokemon.
I will as I'm like just squeezing Psyduck, I'll be like, it occurs to me I never gave you a nickname. We're gonna have to change that.
Yeah. Yeah, you squeeze the Psyduck. The Psyduck is very squishable. It's a real.
I should get a Psyduck plush.
Yeah. It kind of has that hydrophobic, like duck down
like the
kind of feel. Yeah. It has fur. It's just very, very thin. Or feathers, I suppose. All right. Looks like Elaine is embarked on her Pokemon journey already.
Elaine.
I've almost been awake for 24 hours, and I was kind of just listening passively for Mako to do his Pokemon capture. Did you get the Poliwag?
Yes.
Nice. Yes, I'm on my own Pokemon journey because I figured they're probably looking for Pokemon. And plus, she's kind of interested in this ranger because she's more of like the social type. I mean, she's socially awkward. But it's all about the relationships you make on the way. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. If this guy is just leaning on the rail, sort of looking down at the water, I'm assuming the water is kind of loud. Like, she doesn't have to try hard to be sneaky. And she's not looking to be sneaky for the sake of being sneaky. But I can imagine in my head the scenario where it's like, he's more engrossed in what's happening down on the cliff edge to notice that there's this small young girl with bright orange jacket on coming up behind him. And she just goes, like, she'd probably like see him looking down and just be like, what caught your interest? Is there something interesting down there?
He starts just a little bit, but turns to you. He kind of holds up a finger on his mouth to kind of quiet you down a little bit. And then he's going to kind of usher you forward with one hand. This Pokemon Ranger appears to be a man, young man, probably mid 20s, kind of wearing the doofus like green Pokemon Ranger uniform. Shorts that are like a little bit too short. Got a cap on, and he's got like a fanny pack and like a bunch of different like first aid like tools and on his belt, that kind of thing. Let me just change the music here. One sec.
I don't know why, but I immediately saw Steve Irwin in my head.
Yeah, it actually a lot like Steve Irwin. Just very green.
Be like, oh crikey, man, look at that one.
Yeah, seriously.
Does anyone have any ideas for nicknames for specifically Psyduck? No, you don't have to come up with it right now, but just I could use help thinking about it.
I have a
This
board
His
nickname.
nature is
Little
That's
desperate.
funny to me and no one else.
Oh dear.
So my volleyball team was Bumpset Psych. So you could do that, or alternatively, I was thinking like Psych. You could call him Ward because he's basically a walking psych ward. That was
That's
my
not a bad
actual
idea,
suggestion.
actually.
That
I
was
was
my only
thinking about
actually good
Psych.
suggestion.
Well, in Psych, as opposed to Psyduck, I'm gonna catch you. Psych, you're dead. That's been Mako's journey so far.
I mean,
I am kind of
valid.
leaning towards Psych. I love the monosyllabic nicknames,
Yeah, the nice
since
and
you'll be yelling them out in combat.
nice and poignant. Yeah. Yeah, Elena, I want you to give me a perception check as he points downrange, down the cliff face, through some trees. You realize he's not actually looking at the water so much as something very close to the water.
I believe I actually increased my perception last game. Yep, I did. Cool. So now I get to roll 3d6s instead of 2.
Very cool. DC's pretty low.
Nice.
He's helping you out here.
14.
Nice.
Whoa.
Yeah. You kind of follow along his hand and glance down through the trees, past the rushing water. The sound of the waterfall is again quite loud. And you see something that sticks out along a part of the cliff right here. It is a kind of a stark white against the mostly kind of green and blue and brown rocky shoals around here. It's a part of the cliffside that is mostly fallen through. And it looks like there was a landslide or something. And there you see a white quadrupedal Pokemon staring out across the river. You can only have Pokemon education to figure out if you know what that is.
Oh, that didn't take long.
10?
Yeah, 10. You know this is a Dark-type Pokemon from Hoenn. Hoenn Pokemon aren't super uncommon out here, but you're not exactly sure the name on this one. Pokemon gens other than 1 and 2 have a slightly higher education DC, kind of based on their geographic proximity. But the ranger tells you in short summary, an Absol. It's rare to see them out here.
He's very pretty.
He
What do you
not
think he's doing over there?
He nods slowly. Absols are heralds of natural disaster. They appear when one has occurred or when one is about to occur. We had a landslide through here a few days ago.
How rather macabre.
What does that mean?
Part of why I'm keeping an eye out here, and the tower. He points to the tower over there. Make sure no trainers get down there. It's treacherous. The Absol seems to, like, perk its head a little bit, and kind of tilt until the horn is on the opposite side of its face, and it looks up at you with red eyes that catch the light in just such a way as to kind of make you jump a little bit.
Oh.
That is a Dark-type Pokemon. They're a little bit spooky. Immediately after it looks at you, in these massive strides, it jumps down the cliff face.
Oh, goodbye, Absol. Don't cause any more landslides.
Oh no, it didn't cause them. They're just drawn to it. He speaks up a little bit at this point. I hope it was the landslide and not anything else. Kind of just now noticing that you're a very young person who just approached him. Hi. I'm Ranger Ryan.
Hey, Ranger Ryan. I'm Elaine.
Holds out his hand to shake yours. What are you doing out here? He kind of glances over your shoulder to see some of your friends, who are now celebrating the Poliwag. They make a small ritual circle.
Right. They're dancing around the Poliwag. Poliwag's very confused. She says, well, we're on our Pokemon League journey, and we wanted to stop by over here since, Mako is interested in trying to see a Gyarados, but I don't think they're in season right now, are they?
They're not. I've been on Firewatch here for 2 years now. Gyarados are always a sight to see. And frankly, a bit terrifying. We've had no shortage of incidences of foreign trainers, people who think they know better. There are a few Pokemon, I would say, that go out of their way to inflict ill will upon humans. Gyarados are one of them.
Yeah, Elaine sort of has this mildly concerned look on her face now. She's like, maybe he shouldn't get one after all.
Well, I'm sure if your friend treats the Magikarp right, socializes it well, you should do all right. Catching a Gyarados straight from the river, though, that's a recipe for disaster.
When are they normally in season?
Let's see, he thinks for a second. We should be seeing the first jumpers here in a month or two.
So do you think if we were to go down south and fight the gym and come back up, maybe we'd be back in time?
Well, do you plan on taking a month to beat that gym?
Oh, there's a few detours here and there.
I don't know.
Some fossil hunting.
I don't know much about the league, but I feel like it might be a little faster than that, assuming you guys are who you're cracked up to be. Anyways, I'd say come back down here when it's in season. We have a festival and everything. It's a sight to see.
I'll have to let them know. Thank you.
You introduced yourself, right? I forget.
Yeah,
if
she said she was Elaine.
Good to meet you,
He's
Elaine.
Ranger Ryan.
And tell your friends to be careful around the river. Like, looking a little bit concerned at, like, the obviously soaking wet Psyduck.
Yeah, she, sweat drops, of course. She goes, I'll do my best. They do have a will of their own, though.
Okay.
Bye, Ranger Ryan. She waves as she runs away in the distance.
Yeah, he slowly kind of waves back at you as his thoughts turn back to that Absol, and he seems to like stiffen a little bit and then go into deeper thought as you return to your friends.
She joins in the dancing party around the Poliwag.
Yeah, Mako's holding the Pokeball aloft as though it were an
Good.
idol.
Poliwag, Poliwag.
All right, what's it gonna be next, guys?
Beagle has noticed that there's a large rock wall here.
There is a large
Is this
rock
the
wall
kind
there.
of rock that you would be able to find a fossil in?
Potentially, yeah. This is like
Alright.
almost sheer cliff. Not quite. Like there's a bit of an incline, but there's definitely like a lot of exposed soil. You would have to be really ambitious to climb it without any kind of climber's gear or anything like that.
Regardless, just gonna scan as much as we can see. Just quick glances to see if there's any evidence that there could be fossils in this cliff.
Sure. Roll a perception check.
Okay.
You don't have a great
Right.
angle from right here, especially next to
Yeah.
the building.
I really ought to put more points in perception. It seems like a really useful skill.
Yeah, finding Pokemon in Pokemon is pretty nice to be able to do.
Yeah.
You don't
I don't
see.
know why, but for some reason I thought I'd be able to use survival for this kind of stuff. Silly me.
Survival would be one that you could use to help scale the wall, if you find the fossil for sure. Perception. You don't see anything obviously. You see what appears to be a very small, like kind of thatch bird nest, midway up the wall. Kind of like one of the few things of interest that's within like your cone of sight from here. You see what appears to be shiny bits, like something kind of catching the light in the nest.
Shiny bits of something. How far up is it?
It's right about here. Can you see my pings?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, good. Actually find a little token for that nest. It's like,
Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Yeah, so Vega's actually going to send out Pudge and tell it to go up to the nest and see if there's anything cool to get.
I've made a critical error. I've switched pages.
Oh no!
I should never have done this. I should have just.
All right, we'll see you in the next lifetime.
I should have looked
I
at
can't
my.
believe you've done
I should have
this.
looked at my files instead of.
Next session of PTU.
Yeah.
We find out what's in the nest.
Yeah. Speaking of which, how are we doing on time?
I'm fine.
I'm gonna go till midnight.
Okay.
Maybe 12:30. Because I mean, I'm just hanging out for the ride, honestly.
Okay, I'm good to go for a while as well. Props.
Plus, we are invited to 2 slumber parties.
Are you?
What we are?
Yeah, you guys were invited over at the tent to hang out with those Pokemon Leaguers. And then Amber and I were invited to stay the night with that one teenager girl that we were obsessing over.
Mm-hmm.
That's not right. Real quick, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. I can still narrate. I just need to restart Roll20.
By the way, Austin, how important is evolving gonna be in like this game? Because like for me, it's like assigning a level outside of combat, or not outside of combat, but like outside of a session. But like I know in like the shows or whatever, they make it up to be this like whole huge deal.
I think.
And I bring this up because technically my Weedle would have just evolved.
Your Riddle would have evolved? Sure. I mean, you
It would have
can.
evolved
You
into
can.
a Kakuna, so I don't know like
You
how
can, you
like,
can
big
roll-
a deal that is.
Yeah, you can
or-
roleplay. You can roleplay that however you would like. If you want to like do that off screen, you can.
Is there a
Evolution-
statistical?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is there a statistical benefit to evolving your Pokemon?
Oh yeah,
Or is it
huge.
just like moveset?
Yeah, they get tons more stats.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Uh,
basically, like in my case, like you end up with like your base stats go up a little bit, and then you get the level plus 10 of that Pokemon stats added to it, right? So like I went from like Weedle's base stats to now Kakuna's base stats plus 17 allocated stats.
Okay.
Which was like pretty decent. And then of course I learned Harden, and I got a different ability, and also more like stuff like I now have like more different like speeds. So I have like a swim speed now, and yeah. So just like little things, nothing crazy.
Okay.
For this evolution, but I'm sure others are crazier.
yeah. Evolutions
And
are,
also it's
are generally
different
very
base
good.
relations.
Yep, different base relations.
So
But there's also there is something to consider, Isaac,
Oh,
is that evolution. There is, I believe, there is an edge that has to do with not evolving your Pokemon.
Underdog.
Underdog.
Oh.
Um,
It's only sort of related to not evolving your Pokemon. It's based on stats.
that's true. But typically, lower evolved Pokemon are more likely to have underdog going for them.
so it's like Eviolite or something.
Yeah, it's an Eviolite stacks, so you can actually have fairly competitively viable Pokemon that are
That's pretty
unevolved if you want to invest in them. Basically, what Ash does, right? He has just a crazy steroid Pikachu.
Yeah. Okay, well, I don't know how much I really would want to RP, but I just like the idea that my Weedle was traumatized by the encounter up in the temple, and so it had to grow some thick skin. It had to harden and like toughen up because it realized that life was a scary thing.
Yeah, Weedle's become a little bit of an incel now.
Yeah, so I love the idea that like the Kakuna is just like dangling from the backpack like an actual cocoon.
Totally, yeah. I like that idea too.
It's almost like a charm or something on my
It's a
backpack.
charm. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like how I mean, I have stuff on my backpack.
It's a little bit big for like a small charm, but like yeah.
Oh, that's a fair point. It's like 2 foot. My bad.
Yeah. But like yeah,
actually,
we can
probably would hit its head on the ground.
Yeah, we can say it's like attached to the side of your backpack, maybe. Like it's just.
There we go.
It's just
Yeah,
a little it's a little burrito canister thing on the side.
Fantastic.
Huh. Underdog is actually really neat.
Okay, the Pidgey approaches the nest. The Pidgey gets to right about here. And you're giving it some instructions. It's a fairly low friendship Pidgey, but it's sort of intuiting you want it to do something with the nest. It's kind of flapping over. Gets a little bit higher so I can actually see what's going on here. I don't really think any kind of check here is necessarily required, but I am going to roll something on chains real quick. Actually, I'll have Vigo do this. So you're the one responsible for this. Just roll me a d20, my guy.
Responsible for this. That's definitely reassuring.
You want 11 and up, buddy.
Wow.
Hey, nice. Yep, the Pidgey glances around. It doesn't appear that whatever made this nest is around right now. Thankfully. As the Pidgey goes over and grabs something and then comes back down. And it's a very large, kind of silvery-looking object in its talons. It can just barely carry it. In fact, I'm going to have you roll me an athletics check for Pidgey. Because Pidgey's just a tiny little bird compared to this.
Well, it has a power of 1. So it was athletics?
Yeah, athletics.
What is power?
Have I adjusted this? This is surely
Well,
it has
Isaac,
one.
power
something.
is control.
Power is everything. No, genuinely though, like, where do you find power? What is
It's
that?
part of capabilities.
Yeah, check its Pokedex entry.
11.
11. That's pretty good.
Oh,
10 was the DC. I'm trying to find a specific item. I'm having a little bit of trouble. Give me 1 second.
No.
Yes, Nicholas, you can help. I'll PM you what you need to find.
No, can't help. Not allowed.
Oh, I'm not getting anything on Control F. So,
Huh.
I'm gonna go ahead and make up an item. I'm good like that. And we're gonna say your Pidgey found a silver nugget.
ooh,
Oh,
we're rich.
money.
Yes.
Money.
Yeah, this is basically a little silver bar. About the size of like a large Hershey's bar. But it's thin, but it's silver, so it's a bit heavy for the Pidgey.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah. You can roll me general education, somebody, to figure out how much this might sell for.
I'll go find something helpful. Maybe.
That sounds like a fantastic thing to roll my own general education on.
Yep.
4.
4.
You
Excellent.
said anybody? I got an 11.
11. Yeah, like simultaneously, you and Elaine espouse
I can't hear a thing.
your anticipated value of this object. Vigo says excitedly, "It's worth 40 Pokedollars." Elaine says, "It's worth 500 Pokedollars."
That sounds about right, yeah. Good job, Pudge. I'll pat it on the head. I'll go find you some seeds.
Flaps a little bit excitedly. Yeah, add a silver nugget to your inventory. You got a little bit of money finally.
Yay! That's a Pokeball and a half.
I'm just thinking about how many candy bars we could buy with that.
Oh no.
It's a lot of candy bars.
There are plenty of rats to eat.
You're
not wrong.
We might want to avoid killing Pokemon.
This gives a lot of scale to like how expensive it is to be a Pokemon trainer.
I mean, if worse comes to worse, we could pull a Pal World and just cannibalize our own Pokemon.
That's awful.
I don't think that's an option. No.
Yeah, the Pokemon authorities might get angry at you if you did that. All right. Well,
What you doing at the tree?
what you doing at the tree?
Scrounging.
Scrounging. Gotta get some seeds. Give me a survival check. We'll find some seeds here.
Let's go. I'm actually good at those.
You get a survival check.
Ooh, can I roll a Pokemon education to see what kind of Pokemon would put a silver nugget in their nest?
Totally, go for it.
Can I roll Pokemon Education to see what Politoed eats? Or
You can just look
Whatever
at that up in the
Yeah,
book.
feel free to check out your Pokedex. I think you know
oh, okay.
after a bit
Oh,
of time,
alright.
you would be able to figure out what kind of stuff makes your Pokemon tick. Yeah, you find some seeds. You have enough to feed your Pidgey for the rest of the. Actually, we'll say you have enough to feed your Pidgey for the next leg of the journey. So you don't have to account for his provisioning throughout the times to come. With your Pokemon education of 12, yes. Yeah. This kind of nest is actually a little bit unusual. There's not a whole lot of bird-type Pokemon that collect valuables. This could be a Murkrow nest.
Another dark type Pokemon. They seem to be drawn to this area. Can't Murkrow evolve?
Yep, Honchkrow.
Games.
Mm.
I love Murkrow.
Got a cool hat.
Yeah.
I'm guessing there isn't one nearby. Is this an abandoned nest?
With your Pokemon education, you know that Murkrow are primarily nocturnal birds.
Right.
So, yeah, you don't know where the Murkrow is currently. With a 12 in education, you don't really know what they would be doing during the day, if they would be hiding out somewhere darker, or what's up. If this is just one of their stashes, or what's up. All right, what's next, fellas? Getting some cool
Yeah,
stuff.
What time is it?
In game?
Yeah.
End game is late afternoon, I would say at this point.
Yeah, we've been here for nearly a whole day.
Yeah. Yeah, let's
Are we
I'm
wanting to
gonna
go back
go.
to the camp?
yeah, I want to go see our friends.
Yeah, your steady income of candy has been keeping you all satisfied to a degree, as much as candy bars can.
Oh, they
I'll run
can.
over to the group. Guys, I caught a Poliwag.
I got a silver thing.
Nice. Tristan like looks over. Seems like Tristan is making some s'mores right now.
Oh, yummy.
Yeah.
Amber is very much eyeing the s'mores.
You're all the way over there.
From a distance.
Amber has like
my bad.
Amber has
My
like a
bad,
little
sorry.
telescope,
Oh, that would be hilarious.
but it get me those s'mores.
Okay, there you go.
Do you guys want some? He kind of holds up a bag of marshmallows, courtesy of Mr.
yes,
Ike,
please.
Ooh,
the sponsor
I
of our
would love
journey.
some. Yes.
Please.
Mr. Ike crosses his arms and says, "You told me I had to contribute." You all get some s'mores. After a bit, seemingly kind of wondering where you guys are at as the sun slowly slips before, kind of on the edge of the canyon wall and then slowly below it. The campfire being your primary illumination at this point. And you guys get this really beautiful look at the River of Rage, the light catching it just so. Naima comes down. She definitely doesn't jump down the cliff face like her token just portrayed. There you guys are.
Hi, Naima. We're having s'mores.
I see that.
You want one?
I'm okay. But Grandma told me to have you guys come up. It's time for dinner.
Amber, you ready for your sleepover?
Tristan, Mr. Ike, and Nina all look over. Dinner? Nina says, like, mouth watering. We haven't had real food in 8 days. I didn't know.
You guys s'mores.
I didn't know Pokemon trainers were supposed to subsist primarily off of marshmallows.
Why do you need real food? We have candy bars.
Like opens up her bag and there's like a flood of candy bars that come out.
Oh, I would not be showing them off. These are all mine. All right. Don't you be getting into my order.
Yeah,
Purchase of
like,
10 candy bars. at a
reaches
time
over to
gives you,
open
like,
the
an
bag.
insulin pump.
And Amber's like, no! Like clutches it to her chest, like extremely possessively. Naima says, "Well, I'm sure a couple more mouths to feed won't be an issue." Mr. Ike looks over. Dear girl, your gratuity. Puts a hand on her shoulder. No snowbounds. She says, "Well, that's a big word. Well, let's all go up, shall we?"
Dinner time.
Tristan gets up. Better snuff this fire out, lest Ryan get after us. He puts one of his sneakers on one of the larger logs and just kind of smothers the fire with it.
Wow. Okay, brother just
I was-
stepped on the flame. How tall
Yeah.
is this man? His foot must be like
No, I mean,
size 30 something.
yeah, he gets closer. We'll see. He kind of knocks over a log onto like the fire, kills its oxygen. I don't know. I've done that. I don't think I'm particularly a crazy physical specimen.
I
Okay.
mean, I was just gonna have Psyduck water gun it.
Water gun. Oh,
I thought he just like stepped on the fire and that was enough to. And I was
Yeah, sure.
like, you don't just step on the fire.
Yeah, it was one of the unburning logs, right? But yeah, you can have the Psyduck douse it if you like.
Yeah, I'll volunteer.
That sounded like a jacuzzi jet.
Sigh. Looks back over. Like, yeah.
Praise him.
Psyduck seems a little bit
Good job.
yeah, a little bit pleased with himself.
I
Tristan
will pat him
Tristan looks down at the
affectionately and touch
campfire.
him.
Might be a little hard to start that back up later. No worries. Psyduck, you did a good job. Gives him a thumbs up.
Yikes.
Sigh. Salute. All right. So I'll go move everybody up here.
Okay, then I'll just move it.
Yeah, save you guys some time.
Amber trying to escape the claw of Control A.
I guess while they're climbing up the stairs, Elaine would like excitedly. Well, I would say even while she was eating the s'mores, she would have introduced herself to everybody and got everyone's names. So this, the boy's Tristan. The man is Ike.
Mr. Ike. Apparently.
Mr. Ike. Yeah, you can't forget that Mr. Bart.
That's what Tristan's been calling him. And then
And-
Nina. Yeah.
Nina.
Yeah.
So many names.
Yeah, Nina. I think I have some nameplates. I can probably. Yeah, there we go.
If you have some,
Can you guys-
some NPC tabs that
Can you guys see the nameplates on there? Yeah, I'll give you guys handouts eventually.
No.
Can't see the nameplates? Here, let's do player
No.
permissions and then player permissions C.
I see Naima. There's Nina.
There we go.
I see Nina. Mr. Ike. Yeah, Elaine would be really, really curious about the camera and all that technology nonsense. Get Nina to talk for a while. Wonder why Mr. Ike is always wearing a business suit, even though he's traveling. And Tristan's like closer to her age, and so she would probably wonder, like, where is he from? Which city did he come from? What types of Pokemons are his favorite Pokemon?
Yeah, Tristan informs you he's a city boy. He's from Cirrus. Mr. Ike is also from Cirrus, but West Cirrus. Apparently, Mr. Ike runs a steel mill. You have no idea why this guy is in the Pokemon League, or if he is in the Pokemon League. In fact, you're not quite sure why he's here, and nobody seems to be volunteering that information.
Yeah, that is
He
weird.
runs a what now?
A steel mill.
Steel mill.
Oh. Mako will absolutely inquire. So, Mr. Ike, if you have a business, why are you out here being a Pokemon adventurer? Is it just for the love of Pokemon?
Mako, right? I've always loved Pokemon. From a young boy, I desired to be a trainer, but that profession did not yet exist, as we were still disengaging from wartime. It wasn't really a league, so to speak. I traveled a lot, and I saw many competitions across the globe with my parents. And yet, my urge to conquer the globe, with my Pokemon in tow, to ascend the glorious ranks of the league, and earn my badges, was for naught. Thankfully, it seems like the age regulations are a little bit wishy-washy. And as I was a sponsor of the league, I was able to get in.
Oh. So he's pulling some strings so he can relive his childhood dream.
That's
It's kind of sweet.
But these are my comrades, Tristan and Nina. Good souls both. Nina was an aspiring photographer before she realized that photography is not particularly lucrative. However, league photography, that is, in the moment, Pokemon photography, and Nina kind of cuts him off. Mr. Ike, it's a little bit embarrassing. Nonsense. It is an excellent occupation to aspire. She kind of shyly shows you her camera. This is just some of the ones I took. She shows you a image of an Eevee with what appears to have some kind of cute little knitted hat on, actively fighting a Spearow. And there's like a lot of like dynamic motion going around in the still frame. You can tell she has like a bit of talent going for her, but you know, still a bit of an amateur.
I'm starting to get like Guy Sensei and his squad vibes from these people. Like Guy, and then Tristan is Rock Lee if he always called Ike Mr. Ike.
Mr. Ike.
I
Yeah,
like to
Elaine,
think that Tristan is the only one that calls him Mr. Ike.
Elaine lights up at the sight of an Eevee wearing a beanie hat, and she's like, "Whoa! That Pokemon's wearing an accessory. Whose Eevee is that?
Oh, Tristan's, but I made the hat.
So cute."
Tristan's like, he wouldn't take it off. I don't know what to do.
She looks at Tristan's head wearing a beanie and then thinks, and it's like, maybe he just wants to be like you.
Tristan shrugs. I guess. I think he wants to be like Nina. I swear, this Pokemon would switch sides if he could.
Some Pokemon drama in this.
Yikes.
Right?
Where'd you get your Eevee?
Caught it, actually. They're pretty rare, but turns out that area west of Cirrus, you know, that rinky-dink town that, you know, all the self-proclaimed aces say they come from, has a couple in the wild. Lucky enough to stumble upon one.
You gonna try and evolve it?
I was thinking about it. Don't have the budget for an evolution stone yet. And I don't think it likes me enough for Umbreon or Espeon yet. He's taken out his Pokeball at this point and looking at it.
Types of Pokemon would you prefer?
Don't know. He seems a little bit perplexed by the question, like he hasn't thought about it too much. Whatever it turns out to be, I guess I'll be fine with.
Elaine sort of nods sagely like that. Yes, you'll be an awesome trainer.
DM, is it possible to switch Pokemon to different balls? Like if you were to acquire a luxury ball, could you swap your Pokemon's home to that ball?
That's a cool question. So the manual was
I've
saying
wanted to do that in every Pokemon game I've ever played.
the manual is basically saying that when you catch a Pokemon, that Pokemon is registered to that ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
That being said, there's probably somebody in like one of the bigger cities, maybe even your home city, somebody who's techie who could do that for you.
I will tell Tristan then. I love technology and Pokemon technology especially. I'm hoping one day to discover a way to re-register Pokemon to different balls. I'm sure someone's figured it out by now. Maybe if you, when you got a bit more money, you could get a luxury ball and try and find a way to switch your Eevee over to that.
Interesting.
If I see you again, I might be able to later on.
Why would I do that?
Oh, luxury balls are nice. They make Pokemon like you faster and more. They just, I don't know, they're more comfy on the inside.
Huh. Okay. He looks at you with like a little bit more like huh, this kid kind of knows his stuff.
My big sis told me about them, but apparently they're really expensive. Even she didn't have many, and she's a gym trainer, or gym leader rather.
At this point, you've entered the house and started to kind of pull around a table. You see who you assume to be Hanako's wife and Naima's grandmother. Everyone sit down, it'll be ready soon. As Tristan stops, it says, wait, your sister's a gym leader?
Yeah, and I can't remember her name, but
In your handout.
my handout?
Yeah, you should have a handout. Check gym leader handout.
We're from a city that has a gym leader, so.
Yeah. Yeah, my sister's April. She runs the Nimbus City Gym.
Whoa,
She
seriously?
taught me everything she knows. Yeah, I'm
Wow.
gonna take over for her when she gets tired of leading it.
Crazy, man. He kind of shakes his head. My dad was a porter.
This dude's a normal type trainer.
Yeah. Yeah, Tristan just like slowly realizing that he is like way out of his depth. Like there's so many more capable people around him.
Poor guy.
Such an average guy, and yet he's so wholesome. I love how humble he is.
All right. So yeah, you guys are being served what appears to be the very kind of succulent, almost like Swedish curry over rice. You get some kind of in real life I would liken it to some kind of Indian flatbread to go with it.
Ooh, like a naan.
Yeah, like a naan.
the-
Yeah,
the
exactly.
non-
And you guys essentially chill out for the rest of the evening. Some conversation takes place. Naima's grandmother seems to be very nice. You get the impression that she was the one who pursued the grandfather Hanako. Hanako is just totally oblivious, sitting in the corner playing shogi by himself. The rest of you kind of adjourn to the upstairs area, which Naima says she basically has to herself when she's visiting. You actually learn that Naima isn't from here. She this is a place she spends some time. She says she's originally from Elegy City, actually, and it's not a great place to live. So she savors every opportunity she gets to visit her grandparents. During the winter months, apparently they go south to Hoenn. Those tropical island climbs are very much to their pleasing. I guess that word works here.
Yeah, much to their liking.
Their liking.
Isaac.
They probably like the hot springs.
Isaac.
Yes.
Would you be giving Elaine back her battery?
Oh no.
That's so sad.
So while we're all eating, actually, let's see, Psyduck is a herbivore, so if there's any kind of like lettuce or something, Mako will attempt to, or just he will have gathered leaves for Psyduck, and I assume Poliwag eats the same kind of stuff. And he will just have like Tynamo still on his shoulders, more or less, and he'll just like idly take out the battery from his pocket and just sort of hold it up to his shoulder and let the Tynamo sort of sip the electricity out of it.
Elaine's like halfway into a bite when
He's gonna like stick it behind his ear like a pencil as he's eating.
Yeah, there's a really weird sensation. I don't know if you've ever had like very low current run through you.
Oh yeah, I've licked a 9-volt.
Yeah,
like every kid.
it's like a weird tickling sensation. Maybe slightly numbing your ear as the Tynamo is just sucking it out of the battery. Elaine, by the time you realize the battery looks visibly drained, like somehow the color has vanished from this battery.
It's like you see the spoon clatter into her bowl, and she's like, "My battery!
What?
That's my battery from my flashlight."
This? No, I found it in the haunted house.
You mean the shrine?
Yeah, I guess you're right. There were no ghosts there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I checked.
I dropped the battery whenever Amber kept flinging my arm around because she was wanting to see a bug Pokemon.
Oh. Well, and he'll look over to Tynamo, and Tynamo probably gives some analog of a burp. Well, Dynamo thanks you. Sorry, Mari. Calamari thanks you. Apparently it was delicious.
Yeah, you just see Elaine with like a mildly strained look on her face, just like pinch her nose a little bit, and she's like, "You're welcome, Mari."
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely one of those Pokemon that like it's so far beyond like a human in terms of its mannerisms and emotions. Like it's looking at you and you're like a little bit creeped out, but you hope that's affection.
To Mako or to me?
To you. Yeah, it's thankful for the battery.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll
Yeah.
convert the Dynamoto to my Pokemon group.
Did you say yeah, DM? Yeah, go for it.
Is there any meat in the curry?
Oh, totally, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So
some beef.
I'm imagining the arrangement is, of course, Frigibax is in the backpack, as it always is.
Yes.
And Pudge is on my head, sitting on the hat. And you see, Pudge is getting the rice with no curry on it. Frigibax is getting the little bits of meat, and Vigo's eating everything that's left on the plate. Just a little.
Nice, excellent, yeah.
Have to divvy it up.
Yeah.
They all eat different things.
Yeah, you see your rival team pulls out some of their Pokemon as well. Let me actually check. So yeah, you see Nina pulls out a Starly, which is a Sinnoh bird. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. Tristan has his Eevee, which I actually do have a special little image for. I'll post it for you.
It better have a hat.
It does. There it is.
Oh,
It toot!
It's very cute.
what's the button to pull up a big picture?
Big
I don't know if it is
picture?
one. Yeah, where you can like pull up a big image of a token. I don't remember what the button is though. Oh, it's Z. But you have to be able to select it.
Gotcha.
You can also right click it and select open character,
Being everyone.
and then
I
go
can't.
to bio.
Yeah, I can't. So I don't have control over the token.
Yeah,
We'll research this later. And then Mr. Ike pulls out an Aron,
Ooh.
which he proceeds to feed some kind of ferrous material to, instead of any of the curry being served at the table. He has like a
That'll be
like a hunk of iron in his pocket. He's like slowly feeding it to. You hear the sounds of crunching as some sort of mouth-like formation underneath the Aron's like cute little helmeted face is nibbling on this.
Hey Vigo. Hey,
What?
hey Vigo. I wonder what would happen if we are on 8 silver.
I'm not gonna. That's mine. I'm not feeding it to that.
Yeah, Elaine gets really excited when she sees the Argon.
Argon.
Eating the
Aron, yeah, you get.
the Aron, eat the steel or the little ferrous material, and the crunching. She just like mesmerized by it all. She goes, "What a cutie!"
Thank you. I caught Aron when I was very young, venturing through some mines in Hoenn, doing a bit of prospecting.
Do you think you'll ever let him evolve, or do you want to keep him as is?
Well, frankly, I've wanted him to evolve for a very long time, but I guess I've never put the work in.
They take a long time. They're very stubborn about it.
Something about eating a whole mountain before they evolve.
Mr. Ike looks over. I hadn't heard that. He pulls out another iron rock and here, it kind of starts stacking them up near Aron.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Arons
those
are
are
so cool. They will literally eat whole mountains before they evolve. They'll slumber for like 10 years, and then they come out, and they're all big and scary. It's so cool.
My sister called one a wall, but I don't know why.
Well, this is my Pokemon. This is Zoe. She's a Hatena.
Never seen one of those. Tristan eats some curry.
Yeah, she's not from around here. I found her as an egg. There were some smugglers near my house.
Smugglers! Hanako chimes in. That reminds me.
Oh, yes, time for curry.
Mako will lean forward in anticipation.
Hanako informs you that there was apparently a smuggler's passage on the western side of Animos, along the cliff face, actually kind of close to Precipity. Apparently, it was a military holding at one point, kind of used to supply the front and the various military installations in that mountain range. But eventually smugglers took it over, and Hanako and his unit was tasked with removing them. Apparently remnants of Team Aqua.
Oh. The best team.
Well,
I mean, I don't know. They kind of wanted to make the whole world an ocean.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to live in that.
He says they're still around here and there. They're basically pirates now. Okay. Well, the evening goes smoothly. You guys enjoy your food. Naima shows you upstairs. There's lots of pallets laid out for you guys, as well as a kind of an old box TV with a copy of Pokemon Stadium. You guys mess around with a little bit. You realize this is a massively biased game. This is Kanto only Pokemon, and psychic types are incredibly overpowered. There's basically no answer, and as soon as you guys figure that out, the ensuing meta is one of extreme, just overpowered psychic types. Executor sweeps half your teams all the time.
I'm gonna partway through one of the matches, I'm just gonna lean over to Psyduck and be like, "See, you're unstoppable."
And Amber somehow manages to win because she's playing exclusively bug types, and that's the only way to answer psychics in this meta.
Direct.
my goodness. This is talking about the meta of a Pokemon game in a Pokemon game is very meta. Is this meta? I think this is meta. I think we've officially found meta.
This
We
is why
have
we love
broken the
Austin.
7th wall.
The seventh wall.
Yes.
All right. And you guys retire for the night, I'm assuming, unless you guys want to do something specific, and we'll probably end the session there.
Cool.
Yay.
Cool. All right. Well, yeah, at 12 o'clock. Cool. Well, thanks for playing. The next day we'll roll around here. So that last session was a bit more profitable, I think.
Have you stopped
Mechanically.
recording?
No, I haven't yet. We're gonna do
There's one.
some leveling stuff, that kind of thing.
There was one more thing that just occurred to me that I probably want to do.
Mhm.
So when everything's settled and everything's quiet, or people are distracted playing the Pokemon game, Elaine might pull Naima to the side and talk to her about the glowing statue in the tower,
Totally.
and ask her if she's had any kind of experience with the statue glowing like that before.
Okay. This is likely to be an interesting social encounter, so we'll probably leave this for next time, Christine.
Okay, I'll try. To
But
remember.
yeah. And we have it recorded, so it should be easier. Cool. All right. Well, everybody gets a Pokemon level. I'm going to put that in rewards.
I'm just assign that now before I forget.
Yeah, make sure you go ahead and sign, Isaac, because you already have 2 that you're not.
Oh, I assigned one already.
Okay. 8.
Are we still recording?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
I'll record for probably another couple minutes. We'll just do some wrap up stuff.
Oh,
Didn't know how many racial slurs to add.
That's right.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna level up Zoe to level 10 and get disarming voice. Yes, and the words are italicized. Does that mean they have stab?
Probably.
Stab
Wait,
them with your
what
disarm
are-
cards.
Well, there's italicized and then there's bold, so I don't know.
What are you looking at to get this?
Looking at the Gen 8 decks.
Okay, let me check it.
His confusion is bold, and I don't know what bold means.
Where's it?
I need like a Pokemon flavored reaction. Actually, I can just find a bug.
When does one get new abilities on their Pokemon?
When they reach a
20.
level. Oh, abilities.
Yeah, certain threshold levels.
Oh.
Say it's like 20 and 40. Like that.
I think so, yeah.
All right, we'll go ahead and end the recording. Bye, recording.
Bye
Thanks
bye,
for-
recording.
Hello.